probably don't have a lot of practice against it. I mean, we haven't seen Tristana AD carry in quite some time. It's been more of an AD mid. As we're back onto the Cloudy Rift here, man, where do you think the junglers start? Do you think... I imagine Barbet probably starts topside, heads toward his bot, but I don't know that Kongyue would want to match.
I think there's not much point going top for either side. It feels kind of ungankable. I think the question is just, do you start top and path bot, or do you look to start bot and kind of protect early ganks, or maybe even look for an early gank of your own? We'll have to see. I think this top matchup, though, is pretty unassailable. Is the Airy and Scorch coming out from Kize, so definitely playing for that lane domination?
First strike Silas against Syndra.
It is sort of weird in this game. I feel like, yeah, probably not going to get a whole lot of gold out of it. Seems pretty significantly outranged by the Tristana and Syndra. And coming back to that Tristana, it's been a bit of a raised special over the years. Something that even when it hasn't perhaps been the most meta pick, has been a pick that he can always fall back on. Always performs very well on it.
Yeah, we do see Barber here looking like he will start the Raptors, as well as Kongyue. So maybe Kongyue looking bot a little bit quicker than Barber, but we'll find it falls a little bit behind in those minions if he does. Good bush control so far for Chiefs, and I guess I would expect Tristana here to get priority early game, but I don't think he's leveled his E yet. It didn't look like he had the splash damage, so maybe he's happy to just pull the wave, play his tower, and have a lot of kill pressure from that Nautilus near their own tower.
Yeah, might just try and avoid any early games coming out of Kongyue. You know, is kind of known for them after all. And try set up for something when Babbitt does come down further on the map. Exhaust was actually committed bot side, and trade comes out mid too. Lots of action already.
Yeah. Kisei getting extremely low already in this matchup. You have to feel like that's probably not ideal. I don't think that's exactly how this matchup should be going, but 1116, quite experienced on the Silas and showing us that, I mean, even into this matchup, he can do quite fine. It was a counter pick, although I don't know that it's too big of a counter, more maybe an even sort of lane.
Yeah, I think it was just that long-range chain that came out that really made it such a good trade. Because though he does have the sustain as well as the range advantage, and an even trade ultimately overall, I think, and could maybe even set up for Babib, so it wasn't the worst. Syndra has a lot of gank set up, obviously. Yeah, just going to keep pulling him out, forcing him away from the wave. Small CS lead built up for him as well. Kongyue, he's in the area.
Early 2v2 could be happening. He does get stunned up, does 1116. Barbet will find it. Can 1116 turn it around? Very low. Auto attack comes out, but does go first blood to Kongyue on this Wukong.
Yeah, first blood picked up there for the side of BYG, but I think maybe more importantly, it is the kill that goes over to the Syndra. Aldork, though, he's taking a lot of damage on this bot side. Heal is committed.
Heal used, will get away for now, but crucially, pushing them out of lane, they will lose a couple of minions here, and the bot lane ultimately of Beyond are going to be feeling really good about that.
I wonder, I think the first blood and the kill mid, a lot of it comes down to how much does that really lead to, right? I think getting a kill on the Syndra is great for scaling, as we'll see this replay. So 116 kind of hugs, trying to lean Kize towards the gank, gets stunned out very early, but actually turns to turn it around. Yeah, turns it around. Goes in. Oh, this is a trade. Kongyue barely picks up the first blood in time. I think that might still be better for Chiefs, though, because I think a kill on your Syndra definitely scales very well into the game. And also, having more point-and-click damage to deal with Feng, certainly something you can't say no to. At the same time, you know, as we said before, Kongyue so proficient on the Wukong. Hook comes out and does miss. I'm not sure if that was a sunburn from Feng. We'll have to see in just a moment. Yeah, couldn't tell if he just dodged it or... Well, Babbitt might even get his base cancelled. It does.
Should be okay, though. Yeah, a lot of fighting going around the entire map so far, really. I mean, top is the quietest of all the lanes so far, and I guess that's to be expected. These two kind of turn online at 6, and that's when they start brawling out. As well as Sheen pickups as well, both champs really liking that item.
Coming back to that bot play really quick, it looks like Feng did lose his flash. I think it was traded for Aladoric's flash. Couldn't quite tell, though. Speaking of trades, a little bit of damage traded over from the side of BYG. Hook hits.
Nice hook. Can Raze follow up on it? Does have to be careful of polymorph as Feng turns around. Will get rooted up. Jump in does Raze. He's getting so low. Exhaust comes out onto the wrong member. Can Raze find the kill? 1 HP. does not find it. Kino will pick up the kill. Nice flash to dodge the hook, but traded back, and 2 kills go to BYG. Honestly, Kino's flash there was incredible to stop Feng from dying.
Holy moly, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a Lulu do that before. Kino, what a beast, turns that around. You have to think that Chiefs were just expecting that would be a pretty clean 2v2, but it's now Feng that comes out ahead. And Raze doesn't get the kill either. It goes on to Aladoric. Kize, he doesn't have the flash. Kongwei's in the area.
Yeah, 116 really low. No mana as well. Barbet will find this one. Can they find a second onto Kongwei? Kongwei turning it around at the moment. Does find one, but Kise, importantly, will pick up that second kill.
So much action just across the board right now as we'll take a look at this bot play once again. The hook comes out on Kino very early, and I don't think Exhaust was quite up yet. They trade a lot of damage back out. Feng, he face checks and is committed, but the polymorph that comes out delays the bomb going down.
Exhaust on the wrong person too, so...
Oh, and then just take a look at this flash from Kino. So good.
Man.
What a beast of the Lulu, man. And Feng is the one that comes out happy out of that.
PCS support's just built different.
They certainly are. Maybe there's just the bot lanes at this point. Dragon will be started up. Currently has the mid and bot priority. And coming back, I guess, to the mid play, Kize now being 2-1.
Yeah, it feels really good on that Syndra. And again, Syndra probably the biggest threat onto this Zeri. Obviously, we have Vi, Nautilus ult, but that's more to stop her from just darting around these team fights. Having that Syndra ult, being able to have that execute earlier and extra damage on top of it, it's going to feel really nice. Oh, hook doesn't quite land, and Raze does jump forward, so he'll be taking a lot of damage in return.
Yeah, he gets chunked pretty low.
Barbet down here, though, will be spotted out on a pink ward, and so will allow Chiefs to get this wave in, and you imagine Raze might have to back again here, but... Oh, Raze jumping just a bit too early, thinking that hook would have landed.
Did lose himself a lot of HP there. Kize, he grabs the blue now and has a lost chapter as well, so should be a lot of damage that can come out onto 1116 in the lane. He has himself a catalyst here, so obviously is quite tanky. As more pings are coming out on the mid lane for Kize, but I don't think they can gank the Syndra. It has the flash now and it is just so strong. Kongwei, though, he doesn't say no to ganks. He could be coming back. Looks like he will just be resetting instead. Dragon also there picked up for Chiefs, and that might be their first Dragon.
Yeah, it definitely is, and you have to like that as well for the Chiefs. It gives them extra time to be able to scale up in this game, and I don't even know who I really like in terms of scaling. I feel like both teams scale fairly evenly. Maybe the team comp gets a bit stronger here for the side of BYG as the game progresses, but I mean, Tristana obviously scales really well, Syndra too. But ultimately, getting that first Dragon, it does start you early on a possible Dragon stack, as well as deny any early Dragon stacking from BYG. So, I mean, the Chiefs seem to be leveling up constantly throughout this series, and you do really like to see it.
Yeah, they've been showing us much better performances, and this game certainly hasn't lacked for action. Coming back to the point about scaling, I feel like on paper the Chiefs comp just having all that point-and-click damage from Syndra, and the lockdown for Feng should outscale, but at this point in the series, I'm not sure it has anything to do with champ scaling and more with player scaling. I just don't think you can outscale Feng.
Yeah, that guy has been playing pretty crazy, and Kino already has scaled into this game with what Flashy did earlier, so... Yeah, you never know. But Kise, again, he had a phenomenal game yesterday, and he's been set up already for this game to be in his hands, to be honest with you.
Looks like bot wave is crashing now. Babab has the Herald and has it towards bot side. If they can find some successful kill here, the combination of Herald and Tristana would result in a huge amount of gold swinging back the way of Chiefs. As Silas commits that TP to mid, does not yet have the Rod of Ages at 9 minutes and 30, so obviously would be quite early, but now going to be stuck in lane without the TP, unable to pick it up for a while. Kize with that mid priority can now come down, sweep down some of this vision, perhaps set up a 4-man onto the bot lane. And it is Kize who currently leads the player gold. They're going to drop some vision here. Plate's going the way of Raze as well. Even better, the fact that they have a Herald. The Herald can go mid as well. There's lots of options for the side of Chiefs, and that's what we've kind of been wanting for them all series long, right? Is just some options, some ways to have a stable early game here.
Yeah, and I think this is the first time we've actually panned to this top lane, but that tower already almost losing two plates is kind of surprising in my opinion. feel like this matchup should be a little bit more even, but I guess once you pick up that Divine Sunder on Jax, things get a little better, as Chain will connect onto Kisei, bit of damage given over, and Hook will not quite land. 1116 will happily flash away from that, but stunned up, Barbet will follow up, doesn't commit the ult, Kongyue will, Cyclone used. Cease and resist used twice, once from BYG and once from Chiefs. Barbet will go down there. Another kill onto Kongyue. He's at 3 now. This guy can carry his Wukong, so you have to be extremely careful not to give him over too much more gold.
It was just that overreach from Babbitt that gave Kongyue that gold. There was a lot of flashes burned, though. Both of the BYG mid-jungle did lose their flashes there, and that could potentially be punishable later on. It looks like control of the river is still maintained here for BYG, and Feng now has himself a 20 CS lead as well as that kill advantage over Raze. And that's been such a problem all series long. Chiefs, though, they have the lockdown to deal with him. But him being accelerated early is definitely not what you want to see. Divine Sunderer now completed for Kongyue, actually going to be dealing a lot of damage, and something we've seen out of some of the stronger PCS Wukongs of the likes of Kongyue and Jinjia. Is Wukong becoming a legitimate DPS threat in some of these fights if they get ahead?
Yeah, it certainly has been, and I think last time we saw this comp out of BYG, they did end up losing it, but Kongyue found so much like capability in these team fights, and it was always followed up with Wildgrove actually going onto him instead of the Zeri. And so maybe you have to be careful of that as well. I mean, Kongyue so far ahead does have Lulu that honestly can follow up on a Cyclone so well with that wild growth. A lot of options here for BYG, but ultimately, as this game progresses, Wukong will become less and less of a threat, and they do, as you've said, have so much lockdown onto Feng. I do like where Chiefs are at the moment. Dragon now spawning. Bubba being caught out, though. He will be stunned up. Kongyue will not quite find it. Burning down. Won't go down entirely just yet, as Dragon now looks to be secured by BYG in just a moment.
Yeah, I think this should just be picked up. Babbitt, lives so low there. And Kisei now, 2-1-1 in this game, has the Ludens. Chiefs are actually looking to contest, even without Babbitt. The 3v4, Nord ult is grabbed.
Yeah, depth charge on Silas here will pretty much mean you can't go in.
I think we really need to look towards Kisei to carry this game. I mean, he's shown very good carry performances, especially over in OC before. And Chiefs, one game now from elimination in the PCS playoffs, as well as just exiting at 0-6. And all your hopes now rest on Kisei. And to be honest, he's a pretty good bet. He's pretty good at the Syndra, and it's now extremely fed.
Biopanther looking to fight, does have the Divine Sunderer. We have panned away from it. I want to see how these top trades are sort of panning out now, but we do see depth charge use here onto Kisei. He will find another kill, so third kill found for Kisei, and Barbet really focusing a lot of his attention here to the Syndra, and I think that's the exact right place you want to for now, because the Syndra will be able to give time for Raze to scale up on Tristana as well. As here we see a bit of trading going back and forward. It doesn't look like Biopanther's tower is taking too much more damage anymore, so it does look like with the completion of Mythics, the matchup does swing a little bit more into an even state.
It does look like it has kind of returned to the normality that we expect out of that lane.
Bot lane up and top now.
Yeah, they're going to swap the Tristana up and try get some plates onto her. Feng, though, he's already in mid, so can quickly respond. I wonder if some play can come out until Lakai does not have the
Lakai gets flashed, stunned by that counter-strike as depth charge will be used, does go unstoppable, but Hook will land from Eladoric and a kill over to Raze. Kills going on to the exact members you'd want, and honestly, fantastic Hook from Eladoric, sorry.
At 1-1-6, though, might try find some re-engage here. Looks like it won't quite go for it. I think I'm liking Chiefs' position better and better, though. It really just comes down to can Kongyue and Feng turn this game around. They're now starting up the Herald. Lakai does not have TP, so this will always be a 4v5. The Biopanther is low.
Feng and Kino are split for now, but will go over. Cyclone will be used. Biopanther getting very low. Cease and desist now used. They do get Biopanther. What follow-up is there? Kisei finding damage onto Feng. Stun will land. Flash root from Nautilus as well as cease and desist now. Will find Kino as well. Kongyue down 2. There is a 3-for-1 for the side of Chiefs. It looks like they will be able to pull forward ahead in this game. They are giving Oceania hope.
They certainly are, and I think this is looking better and better for the side of Chiefs. I mean, they really used their comp to its full effect there. they managed to take out Feng, and there wasn't a whole lot he could do, right? The stun coming out from Kizay, and you can see how much damage he can output on the Syndra. So Chiefs, for the second time in a row now, have a gold lead at 15 minutes. And the tools to snowball it more, as well as a strong scaling composition. I think initial engage here from Kongyue was a little scuffed. Kind of went on to Biopanther and then couldn't find the engage onto here. Really nicely kited out here by the Chiefs carriers, raising Kizay. And you can see Feng, he tries to do what he's been doing in the other games, but the punish is here. The Syndra stun and the ult, and as well as all the other follow-up. Just kind of throw the kitchen sink at him, and there's not too much he can do.
That's also the second time we've seen the exhaust be used onto Nautilus, so a bit of misclicking going on, I have to suspect, by Kino, and oh, you love that as the Chiefs.
You do now. What will you do with this Herald? I mean, could maybe just drop it mid and break that open. Could maybe just get it without it, though, as Kongyue will look back towards topside. And I think despite the fact that Chiefs have the lead, you can't count BYG with Kongyue on the Wukong out. You know, he has really managed in the past to bring them into some games that they really had no business being in. Chiefs, though, they have the advantage. Can they take it home?
You certainly do hope so. It would be the first win Oceania has seen here in the PCS. First win internationally in, how many games did you say, 24?
I think it's on 23 now? Or 24 now. I can't remember, but it's a big number.
Gold lead, 2K for Chiefs. They're in a commanding lead, and honestly, a lot of that is on Kisei, so you have to watch out for how he's playing and what he can get done in these team fights. I wonder, he's at 87 stacks now of that passive, so getting really powerful on the Syndra.
Yeah, it's very, very strong
5-1. The game is really in his hands here.
It is, and I think, you know, especially given the fact that the Syndra was the blind pick, you might expect it to fall behind, but 116 has found pretty much no impact in this game other than setting up a few ganks for Kongyue. Is now very far behind, 0 kills and a lot of CS. And Silas is a champ that can't really afford that, right? From behind, the champ is relatively useless. I guess can still steal the Vi ultimate and look to engage with that, but definitely not the best spot for him to be in. BYG, they have a lot of this top side vision, but I'm not sure this is actually allowed. I guess Chiefs are committing more towards the Dragons, so BYG will give this up. Can anything be traded, though? I'm not sure. It's pretty hard to actually dive Biopanther on the Jax.
Yeah, you do have Aladoric up there too, so he should be perfectly safe. And second Dragon does go over to Chiefs. It will be the Cloud Soul this game. Honestly, while Cloud Soul, generally not one of the preferred Dragons, it is really nice against this series to have on the likes of Nautilus, Vi, and Jax.
Definitely agree. I think it can get a lot of hidden value in a lot of these team fights. Because he's so fed and has that huge bounty, so he needs to be very careful, because if he does end up dying to what is pretty solid engage from the Wukong as well as the Silas follow-up, you know, can end up going down, but I think if he positions well, should be able to avoid most of this.
Yeah, you'd have to hope they sort of learned from last game. I mean, they had a lead last game too, and Feng found a couple of shutdowns and really leapfrogged forward. But 2K gold lead here for Kisei. As long as he doesn't give over that shutdown, he should have the ability here to carry this one.
Yeah, what is that, like 3,100 gold to him? I mean, that's a massive lead to have in the 1v1. He buys the stopwatch, which I think is pretty smart here. Really needs to just make sure he avoids that one death, right? Really don't want to give over the bounty, especially not to Feng. I think Feng picks up the bounty, could be in trouble. And something we didn't even mention is that Feng finally picks up his first death of the series, which could be a good omen for Chiefs. BYG, they've never lost with Feng as 0 deaths.
That's very true. And we are looking here for a dive, and I like the positioning, but it will be spotted out from a ward. Biopanther picks up top tower, so little by little, Chiefs getting more and more ahead in each of these lanes, and middle tower now goes down too, so that means for the rest of the game, Chiefs will have an easier time controlling this vision around both objectives in the Baron and the Dragon.
Kongyue, he has a flank.
Now that as a W does true damage, Kino is taking so much damage from that Syndra.
Yeah, it's getting chunked out pretty low. Chiefs have the better position here, I have to feel.
Yeah, BYG can't walk through that gap there, as 1116 will pick up a tower bot lane for him and his squad. Being answered now by BioPanther as Barbip just looks to take away more and more camps. Starve out. Cyclone actually used. Hold up. Eladoric here. Will he find Lakai? No, actually, it will be unstoppable. Eladoric now in the middle. Fing ult used. If Chiefs just back out now, Zeri will not have too much impact. They will, so really nice job there by Chiefs to identify that Fing has used ult and just back out. And honestly, nothing gained, nothing really lost there. I mean, any sums? It was just the ignite from Nautilus.
Lakai had to commit his flash, but it was Kize who had to burn the stopwatch. Now, importantly, kept his flash, but I think, yeah, overall it's pretty even. Really nice disengage there from the Chiefs to make sure to get out. Kize, though, without the stopwatch, you know, does have to be very, very careful, especially because Kongyue retained his flash. 2 more minutes on what is going to be the third dragon here for the Chiefs, and they should be in a commanding position ahead enough that they can maintain the control. But is their team fighting clean enough to take this one home? They have to keep Kize alive, give him the peel that he needs to allow him to kind of deal damage, and if they can, find and engage on the Feng as well. There's pretty much all of the reliable sustained damage from the side of BYG. Feng could actually be in a little bit of trouble here. No, looks like he will find a way out. Control here, though, of the Baron, really good for Chiefs, and they have pretty good DPS as well as turning tools, so wouldn't be opposed to just starting this up and trying to force the side of BYG to do something.
As well as BioPanther having a really nice shove on bot lane here, so if Chiefs find anything, 1116 is in that bush. Eladoric position quite forward. Is going to face check and be eliminated. Not quite, actually. Hooks back in, but will only find 1116 who goes golden. What can they find? Zeri ult is now used. Unstoppable. Can they be found? Wild Growth found. BioPanther does land a 3-man stun, but can't quite find Fing yet. He will go down, and on the backside, Kongyue does go down as well. Actually, no, he doesn't. It was, sorry, Lakai going down to that Syndra. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Both summoners, importantly, are gone from Fing, as well as that exhaust. I felt like there was an opportunity there. BioPanther found a nice 3 or 4-man stun, but there just wasn't anything to get onto Fing after that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think really pay attention to the replay. So Eladoric is engaged on very early, but pay attention a lot to Lakai's CP. So if you note Kize's positioning, he gets forced up, not grouped with the team, and then is just stuck out of this fight for so long. And that's your main DPS. I have to feel if Kize had positioned more with his team, should have been able to DPS, instead spent the whole fight kind of being disrupted by Lakai. And BioPanther's engage is kited out. I think she should have won that fight. But it's kind of a miracle for BYG, and it's still not really that good for them, right? It comes out just being a 1-for-1 trade, and some's used on Feng.
Yeah, now I don't want to curse it again. I did this last game, but as Dragon spawns, as well as Baron looks to be contested, Raze does have Flash, whereas Feng has no sum. So Kize as well does have that Flash available. Building towards Zhonya's 9 stacks now also on that, what is it called? The ring.
The Dark Seal.
That's it. This should turn into a Magi soon.
I don't know if he's that, Chad. We'll have to see, though. Chiefs, they managed to regain a little bit of control around here. Stop the Baron trade from coming out. This is the Vial, though, picked up by the Silas. Good damage poked down from Kize, wisely going towards the Zhonyas as well. Knows that if he doesn't die, this game is in his hands.
Yeah, Kize has to be so careful in this next fight, being that Silas does have cease and desist, and there is a Wukong as well as a Cassante who can really quickly get onto you, and things can get bad pretty quick.
BYG maybe looking to go back towards us as Raze is soloing up the drag, and this is the third one picked at 24 minutes. Kongyue, he has a great flank once again.
We've seen him find these angles time and time again. Kize has to be so careful here. It will be found. 4-man knock-up from the Cyclone, as well as cease and desist now onto Kize. Can they turn this? 1 kill does go down, but Feng is going... we just go down bottom, but Feng will find a second. BioPanther now getting chased down. Slow will land. It will be a third now found from Feng. And it goes disastrously bad.
Oh, it really does. Kize goes down, the shutdown given over. And Raze was doing the drag. Chiefs, they felt like they needed to check the Baron to see if it was being done or not. But Kongyue, how many games has he found 4-man Wukong ults? It just finds the perfect flank, exactly what they need. Oh, disaster here for Chiefs. I mean, they still have the lead. They still have the 3 dragons. But take a look at this. Kongyue in the perfect position, avoids the sweeper as well. And Raze, you know, is on dragon right now. And with all that point and click engage coming out with the stolen vial, Kizay is engaged on, who did not have the stopwatch for this fight and was taken down by Feng, I believe. Or it might have been Lakai who picked up the shutdown. So not as bad, but...
It was, yeah.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh, engaged though.
Yeah, cease and desist here is used. They will find one. Kongyue, importantly, does go down. 1116 having to flash away, and it looks like Chiefs will have priority over this Baron now. No jungler available for the side of Beyond. Biopanther starting it up. Blue also picked up from Kisei.
Yeah,
Can they contest?
I think this should be Baron going towards the side of Chiefs. They still have their Cinder ult. They can look for the re-engage.
Depth charge is also available, so a little bit of counterplay towards that Zeri. Unstoppable goes Lakai. Knock up onto Barbip. He's getting really low. Polymorph as well. He'll just survive as they do land a hook now onto Lakai. Gargoyles also used. Barbip does get all outed on. He will go down. What is happening on the bottom here? 1116 goes down. Nice depth charge. Will find Feng. He goes down. Biopanther finds himself a double kill. It's 4v1, but unfortunately, Barbip goes down as Kongyue spawns, so no Baron just yet, but Chiefs find a team fight win and manage to get the kill on Feng, importantly.
They do. Insanely well played in that team fight from Kizay. I hope we get a replay. The stun was so nice. Managed to buy themselves so much time. Credit to Lakai as well. I think he kind of managed this. Let's see how Kongyue was actually caught out. Was spotted on the sweeper. Stunned out very early. Managed to avoid it last time. Ooh. Oh, and the point and click engage once again. Really nice, I think, by Kizay to hold his ult here as well, because they ended up being very useful when they were doing this Baron. I think, honestly, really well played. I thought that Chiefs would for sure get this Baron. I think Lakai did a great job here of dealing damage onto Babip. I wonder if maybe the engage, if the trigger could have just been pulled. I mean, they are missing the vial, but so much damage was dealt onto Babip here. Pay attention, though, that Kizay's stun is going to come out here in a moment. Manages to get all 3. And that does crazy. Kind of buy them a lot of time in this fight. And Lakai taken out. I mean, he takes out Babbitt, but that also takes away the tank that's sitting in front of Feng. And with that knock-up, and then the follow-up stun, the shutdown, it goes over to Biopanther. And while Baron wasn't picked up, Chiefs, they remain in control. The Zhonya now completed for Kizay. We'll have the flash soon as well. I think this is Chiefs. They should be able to win. They really... It's all up to them, right? If they play it out as they should from now, they are the ones to win this.
Honestly, Ray's doing a lot of invisible damage. I didn't even see. Nice stun will land. And honestly, Lakai's block there was fantastic to save Feng. Flash now lost on Nautilus. And, man, Lakai really just saved the day there.
Yeah, that was insane.
Did his best Braum cosplay.
Oh, they're perhaps fishing again. Kizay, he has a stun.
Yeah, Kino out of position too if they were able to find it, but will be able to come and reconnect back with his team. And really fighting over these mid waves as Dragon is in 1 minute, Baron already live. It will be the Dragon's soul if Chiefs choose to go for that as it spawns, but you have to feel like Baron probably the priority as Biopanther looks for a trade. Hook does land. Gargoyles buys a little bit of time as Depth Charge also committed. Barbip will be damaged upon, but not going down. And Feng has no ult now, as well as Lulu. So a lot of important cooldowns down. Chiefs could probably look towards starting this Baron, although they don't have Vi ult or Nautilus ult. So
they're going to start it out as a duo. They might just be able to get it as a duo. I think BYG have to force something. I'm not sure if they know about it. Baron should be getting, it's down to half HP. They have to try find some engage. There is no Cinder over here, but this looks like Baron should go the way of Chiefs.
Yeah, it's down to 3k as we see a fight kind of starting in the back. Kongyue will go in. He does steal the Baron. And another kill goes towards BYG as well as Lakai goes all out. Can he find Biopanther? Ray's also in danger on the top side. What damage can he find? Feng, actually 1116 ends up shutting him down, but what a disaster. Baron stolen by Kongyue and 2 kills given to the side of BYG.
Time and time again, Kongyue, he finds the way back in games that they have no right to win. They now have the Baron. They close up that gold lead. Ray's lost both his sums. Oh, the next fight, I think it should go the way of BYG. Take a look at how this started. The Baron was getting so low, but Kongyue, just in the nick of time, managed to get over this wall, smite it away, and then was able to flash out. And the fight, it ended up so split. Kize can't really deal damage when the fight is like this. And Raze ended up just on his own, kind of in no man's land, while Chiefs, they tried to find a way back into the fight. There was just no way in. And I believe the Dragon now will go to the way of BYG. I can't believe the game is this close.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it should have been, but again, this is what happens when Kongyue gets his Wukong. He finds angles in any way. I mean, finding that Baron steal as well as that 4-man knock-up earlier in the game, he's really keeping the BYG chances alive. I mean, we saw Feng carrying the earlier games. It's time for Kongyue to really show what he's worth. And Chiefs, they are still in it. They absolutely can still win it. They're going to have to last out this Baron and try not bleed too much gold to BYG. As we know, Feng can be a problem as he starts to get these items, but one team fight win and this game can change again as Ray's doing a lot of damage here to Lakai. Biopanther as well, jumping on him again. Nice stun lands onto Kino, but no follow-up damage just yet.
The tower is being sieged, but there's a lot of wave play that can come out of Kisei. I would be surprised if BYG can manage to crack open this base. Looks like they will instead go for resets. I wonder if Feng can pick up a stopwatch. Hey, he's actually not going to itemize towards it. Okay, now picks up the stopwatch. Okay, so I think next fight could be pretty telling. I think that Kisei does not yet have the Rabadon, so missing a lot of damage. We'll be building towards that now. And Feng critically has the stopwatch, can use it to kind of, you know, make sure he doesn't die in this initial engage. And I think if he can survive that, would be able to win this fight for his team. So next fight.
Ult is used here by Feng. Importantly, this is actually 3v5. Kongyue and 116 on the top side. So Zeri ult just used for nothing really. And that's nice for the Chiefs. It makes team fighting a lot harder for the side of BYG. I mean, way less damage will come out of Zeri now. Flash forward, cease and desist is used. No stopwatch yet. It will now be used on that depth charge. They will find a stun. Kisei will take him down. Now we're looking onto Lakai. Razor's trying to hit him down the bottom side. Cease and desist now used onto Biopanther. Definitely not the ideal target. Kongyue does run away with his life as he uses Cyclone to knock up the members of Chief, but Feng is found caught out. And importantly, no more stopwatch. That will not be available for the rest of this game, so next time this happens, it's going to be even easier to take out Feng.
For sure, yeah, the stopwatch was used, but didn't have the flash to manage to get out afterwards. And it's a tier 2 that goes down. There's no other major objectives up, but I think even just getting the stopwatch alone is such a big win, like you said. And I wonder now if Kisei, I believe he got the shutdown, might have enough gold for his Rabadons, which would be extremely big, has so much AP already. Yeah, okay, so pretty much full build. Just the Dark Seal remaining just to be turned into a Magi.
That's right.
Wow, I mean, I think Chiefs should be able to win. The Syndra is so scaled. It's really down to how good is Feng. Can he manage to win what is most likely just an unwinnable team fight coming up for him here, where there's just so much point and click damage, and Feng, he has no magic resist to speak of. It's just going to explode.
Gold is very close, however, and I feel like it is winnable for BYG, but it's not really Feng that you're looking to carry out. I feel like Lakai needs to cause so much disruption on the back line, as he does here look towards just trading with Biopanther, but again, Feng is just going to receive all these point and click CCs. And I feel like it's up to Kongyue and Lakai to be on that back line, causing Kisei to be distracted and not able to follow up on it.
Yeah, Feng can manage to buy enough time for that flash and also position close enough to a wall that maybe he can dash and just end up in a 1v1 with the Vi. Might find a way to win it, but I think it definitely should be favored to the Chiefs at that point, and they have options. The 4th Dragon for them is spawning in a minute and a half. Could just choose to trade and pick up the Baron as well. Would give the 3rd Dragon over to BYG, but should be a trade that you're happy with. And once again, it looks like this game is going to go the distance.
And you love it. Last game did. The first game didn't. That was a bit boring, but here we are. We've got another thriller on our hands, and this time it's up to Kisei to be the carry for Chiefs. And I think it's looking good so far. He's been playing really well this game, and honestly, for the amount of disruption that is on BYG, for him to have only had 2 deaths and 8 kills, I feel like he can get it done. He really can. And I mean, we got both objectives spawning soon. You have to feel like Chiefs will prioritize this Baron. It offers a little bit more than I mean, giving over the third dragon.
35 seconds now on that fourth dragon. Chiefs, they're going to try probably avoid a trade situation. They want to be able to pick up both objectives. They get the mid priority and they have a lot of vision, but don't want to let BYG commit towards it. Might even just want to start up the Baron themselves and force BYG to react, especially because the Baron spawns first. There is a blue trinket available for Feng, so you can check this out. The flash is up for Feng.
Yeah, Raze doesn't have IE yet, so he's actually doing a lot less damage than you'd really hope at this stage of the game.
Done is used.
Kisei does go wide. Kongyue finds two people. Kisei now, cease and desist used. Does have Zhonya's available, but will not you need to use it. Barber finds the kill onto 1116. It is now a 4v5. Lakai, double knock up, all out onto Kisei, but massive stun finds Feng on the bottom side as this team fight has gone the way of Chiefs. What can they find? Will they look to push down mid and end it? It might be possible, but they might just turn towards the Baron. It looks like they will. Or even Dragon.
I think they're going to go for both objectives here. Probably can pick up the Dragon and the Baron. I think with that team fight win, Chiefs might have done it. Feng wasn't even able to use either of the sums in that team fight. Now, critically, Kisei did lose his flash, but got off the damage he needed to, took down Feng, and that's really all you need at that point. Once Feng dies, there just really isn't the damage. The initial engage from Kongyue to punish the Cinder Stun was nice, but an overreach, chasing too far into the backline was 1116. And then, as we see here, take a look at Lakai's re-engage. He got the knock-up, but Feng dashes forward, immediately is flashed on by Biopanther and ulted by Kisei. No way to stand up against all the damage NCC was taken out, and Chiefs, they should find themselves pretty significantly ahead here. 5,000 gold lead, 4 drags to 0, or to 2, I guess. They have this Baron now as well. What can they get done? Feng, does he have GA? No, okay, so he sold his stopwatch, I think. Didn't get to see, but wow, look at the damage coming out from Kisei.
All the focus on him, and he still managed to put out nearly 7k damage. Fantastic performance out of him, and if he continues on like he is, it looks like we will get Chiefs winning, but they have to get something out of this Baron, you feel. Get an inhib maybe. It will be hard. Zeri does clear minion waves fairly fine, as well as so much to worry about as you get towards those towers. They don't have push on either of the side lanes either, so it will take a while for that to happen, and you won't have much Baron left by the time you do get any priority in the sides. Yeah,
I mean, Baron has still got a full 2 minutes. I think they should be able to siege mid and top here, I would expect. They are setting up the vision for it. There's the Magi's on Kisei as well. Now they're going to have to wait for Biopanther to push in that top wave, but they've got mid or topside jungle control already set up. But I don't think he's going to fish for anything. And with that Cloud Soul, I think actually allows him to kite back any sort of engage from Kongyue a lot easier, actually. Can just even Tristana ult him away and just kite it out completely. Trist has the IE now as well. He will be dealing a lot of damage, and I think this top tower will fall in no time at all.
Yeah, will be going down, obviously.
Stun connects.
Well, stun does connect. Lakai getting so low. Will be taken out. It's 4v5 now. Can Chiefs follow this up? Feng does use his ult, actually. It will clear the wave really quickly, but another one will be following it now. Stun connects again. Mikhail's is used as well as Wild Growth, but Ray's going crazy. Finds one. Can he find the second? Not just yet, but it will be 1116 going down as well as Kongyue into GA. He'll follow, and Chiefs will pick up a game. The first game Oceania has taken in the PCS. It's finally happened. We're going to be going to game 4.
The loss streak is finally broken. 39 minutes in this game. Chiefs pick it up over BYG. They bring the scoreline in the series to 1-2. And man, what a performance from all the Chiefs, but Kisei especially had such a big performance there. And Kongyue, last time this happened to him where he found those 4-man Wukong engages, he also lost the game. So it wasn't enough to get them over the finish line. But man, that is the momentum shift I think you need there from Chiefs to come back in this series. Oh,
you know what I think it came down to drafting. I truly do.
Yeah.
I feel like their draft was so good. You picked one of the best probably